Good evening, my people, and what's really going on in the world of boxing. Here we go with Jack Daniels, the best coach in boxing history. You can follow him and his channel on the box Jack Daniels, the boxing trainers channel. And let's strike up some boxing. Dig. Um, I was I featured last night a part and partial of the upcoming event that Showtime is orchestrating for what is believed to be its last functioning Showtime event, Showtime Boxing, with featuring Steve Espinosa, Showtime Boxing. So let's do the undercard and prior to the Cold event last night that features in the main event David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. The co-main event features, Jamal Charlo versus Jose Benavidez. Those, as we already know from a lengthy description of what the fights are about from last night, we're going to coattail what was said about those bouts last night and get into the undercard and the features and the featuring components of said undercard, which is junior welterweight. This is for the IBF junior welterweight championship belt. A 12-rounder featuring Subriel Matias versus Shohjahon Ergasshev. Get that pretty good if I say so myself. Matias is 31, 5'8", 71.7 reach. He's a right-handed orthodox. He has 19 wins, 19 by way of knockout. Now, that would specifically indicate that Matias is a knockout artist. He got 19 wins and 19 knockouts. Wouldn't you agree? I heard that. And he has 19 wins. He has one loss and no stops. As for Ergasshev, he's 31 also. His height is 5'10". His reach is 70.9. His stance is also orthodox. He's a right-hander. He has 23 wins, 20 by knockout, no losses, no draws, and no stops. And it goes without saying, both of them got power. One has 19 wins and 19 KOs, and the other, Ergasshev, has 23 wins and 20 knockouts. It's safe to say that both of them have a history of knocking people out, which is a good thing for the spectators, because theoretically and actually, that's what the fans come to see, somebody going to sleep. Realistically speaking, right, we don't want to face up to the fact that we barbarians to a certain degree, and we go out to see people get pulverized. Naturally, that's what we spend the money for. You know what I mean? That's why in boxing you have to be good to not fall at the demise of being knocked out. Wow, being knocked out. I mean, that's literally being put to sleep, right? It ain't no on your feet sleep. You put to sleep when you get knocked out. Something that I have actually never encountered. I mean, when you talk about a person getting knocked out, it has a lot of negative connotations associated with it. It suggests and strongly implies that you didn't do something right. Either that was with your work ethic or your training. We ain't gonna blame it on the training, right? Because in a realistic world, right? Things that are detrimental to us, we get rid of it. We abandon it. We take another route, right? So we can't blame it on the training. But when a person is the byproduct of being knocked out, uh, he needs to take a look at something he's doing wrong, or 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 the guy that's knocking him out. We need to take a look at him and see and determine just how good he is, right? I mean, that's a pretty good analogy, I think. What do you think? So, the particulars involved in this fight is when it comes to Matias is I did tape on both guys, and Matias is a really a body guy. You guys dig to the body, right? Dig to the body, start the body, and come up tight, come up top. Now that is um, an excellent execution of thoughts when you're fighting somebody, to know where you want to go with your punches, right? And be able to be sharp enough to deliver those punches so they will be effectively on your opponent, right? That's one of the arts of boxing and not fighting, right? You know what I mean? So, Matias is excellent. He has an excellent offense and an excellent of a punch, of a punch production, right? Left hook, right hand, jab. He could step. He weaves. He work in. He work off the front foot. He work off the back foot, right? I mean, in theory, that type of boxer is really hard to defeat. And I will say that he did have one defeat. I couldn't get to the particulars involved in who was the receiver of that loss, right? Who was the person who he lost to? So I want to research that because I want to be thorough. If not for you guys, for self. So let me take a recheck on that side of things, but it doesn't negate the fact that Matias, Subriel Matias, is a good boxer, man, and I think the card is stacked in regards to the undercard. The depth of the undercard speaks volumes to this particularly being Showtime's last fight, last hurrah, should I say. And that's a good thing, if nothing else, but for the fans. So let's look at his opposition. His opposition, I did also, like I said, I did the tape on him. And with 23 wins, you have to consider that this young man is doing something correct in his desire to be good, if not great, because he has 23 volumes to a person's thought process in the sense that this man has placed in his thought process the desire to be undefeated. That's the only way you can get to undefeated, is and be good enough to be undefeated. That speaks volumes in and of itself also. So let's not leave out the fact that 23-0 is for greatness, perfection in boxing. Ooh, that's a heck of a place to be at when you're so good, when you offense and you come out victorious. Now, can you imagine that? Now, there is a young man who I have been privy to that is on that page when it comes to his boxing expertise. That's what it boils down to. A person's boxing expertise is at the end of the day what you putting into what you're doing, whatever it be, whether it be boxing, and in this case it's boxing. That's exactly what you're gonna get out of it. You know what I mean? That's exactly what you're gonna get. That goes to anything in life, right? And I think this is a good place to talk on the point of our thought our thought process as individuals, how our thought process dictates the tempo of where we go in life. If we allow ourselves to not have enough courage and enough belief in self to imply that I'm going to do this and do it, we're kind of like missing out on life. And like I said, there is a gentleman that I love and know that is on that page of greatness. I'm not going to get into it tonight with this God fearing uh, young man who God has placed in him through his seeds greatness. Ain't that something? It's a heck of a thing to believe that you can accomplish something, and it unfolds right before everybody's very eyes. Now that is a powerful statement to resonate in everybody speaking that doesn't have the belief that they can do anything they put their mind to. Boxing, fixing a car, riding a bicycle, uh, coaching people in whatever level of sports that one initiates, right? Just the notion alone, alhamdulillah, is enough to uh, get the job done, whatever it is that you think you want to do. That's an amazing feeling, and to be part of that greatness. Oh, it is so awesome. For me, at my age, I'm a young man, 74, this December 6th, right? But you know what I'm saying? I'm doing some historical things too. I'm, I'm sitting here before you talking with good thoughts, clear thoughts. Ain't nothing wrong with me at 73, almost 4 years old, and uh, I am being blessed by the Creator, Allah, to be in a company of greatness. Again, I'm not going to speak on that greatness tonight, but tomorrow you will get a taste of that. So that's all I got for y'all tonight. Hey, look, I appreciate the people who have been supporting my podcast, right? I mean, I was a little distraught as of a couple of days ago because I wasn't getting any movement at all. But apparently, that has changed. That and me has changed. I'm an amazing person. I'm a darn good boxing coach slash trainer, and I'm a pretty good businessman. If you want to know the truth about it, right? So anybody who comes in contact with Jack Daniels, if you ain't, if you're not, or if you don't to 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 want to advance in life, you miss me, miss me. If I suggest suggest something of good, of worth to you and whoever I come in contact with, what's the purpose? That's all I got for y'all this evening. Hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. And show me that y'all appreciate me as much as I appreciate being here. You know what I'm saying? Kicking this real. See you later. Later and out.